let me ask you a simple question. How do you know if something is true? Not what you believe, not what feels right, but something that you can verify, something that you can prove. 10 years ago, that was easy. But today, if you want to be sure in something, verifying that can take hours or even days. And soon, very soon, it will not be possible at all. And not because everything will be fake, but because almost everything will be plausibly true. You are on Scripted channel, and we hunt AI anomalies. We crack open black boxes. Hit subscribe and decode the next signal.
Anomaly detected.
This story happened to me about a month ago. I was standing at the Delta airline counter at the Pearson Airport in Toronto. I had a printed ticket to New York in my hand. I was calm. I was certain. I didn't know what was about to happen. The woman across the counter told me that my flight did not exist. It was tomorrow, not today. And at that moment, something strange happened. I didn't doubt her. I doubted myself. I had a ticket in my hand with a date printed on it. Yet, I doubted myself. In psychology, this phenomenon is called gaslighting. It is not about being lied to. It is about being pushed into a state where your own memory becomes unreliable. Eventually, I proved to the Delta Airlines that I was right. But that took time, that took effort. Proving the truth at that airport was expensive. And that's a key idea here. Truth is expensive. In the past, truth was cheap. Here's why. Making videos, making content used to be difficult. It required an idea, research, script, camera crew, studio. It required editors and distribution channels. And because all of that, content was scarce. Each video averaged around 10,000 viewers. So it is one video, 10,000 people. Keep that ratio in mind. It will matter to us later. For every 10,000 viewers, there were at least few experts knowledgeable enough to notice mistakes and also caring enough to call things out. If something was wrong, it was detected. Well, most of the time. And that's a key point. Truth verification used to be crowdsourced. Now, in 2026, with help of AI, one person can make more videos, more content than an entire TV studio could in a year. And of decent quality too. For example,
it's that time of year again, and what better way to celebrate than with some tech-inspired holiday cheer?
It took me a few minutes before I realized that this is not me. And to make this version is 5 times cheaper and faster than making this one, the original one. And just between us, he's way more fun and engaging. It has better English too. Content is becoming virtually free and unlimited. As a result, videos exploded in numbers. But human viewers did not. We went from 10,000 viewers per video to a few hundred, and then to a few dozen. Well, on average, our truth verification system fails. It breaks. Nobody corrects anymore. Nobody verifies. Well, frankly, nobody cares. Finding truth is no longer a crowdsourced project. Verifying what is true and what is not now is your own responsibility. Now imagine that you want to verify something. What do? You Google it, and Google returns you an AI-generated summary. It will also give you a list of links to articles, external articles. But if you go and click them, you will find that many, if not most of them, are also AI-generated. Each source cites another one. Each one sounds confident, and each is internally consistent. And none of it is grounded. Truth verification becomes work, real work, hard work. Just like at that airport counter. Gaslighting no longer requires intent. No manipulator is needed. It happens automatically, spontaneously, on its own. We already live in a world where truth is expensive. But what is coming next is worse, much worse.
Anomaly detected.
So far, we're still dealing with videos like this one. They are finite, they are static, they are shared. It's almost like a marketplace. YouTube is basically a marketplace where there are a few videos available and human buyers just walking around picking what they want to watch. But AI is moving into streaming. Not pre-recorded content, but live, continuous stream generated on the fly. A stream doesn't have a fixed narrative. It optimizes, it flows, it adapts to what the viewer wants to see. It's a flow of pixels and sounds. Its only goal is retention. To keep the viewer watching, to keep feeding them ads. As generation becomes cheaper, streams become inevitable. Well, indeed. Why make one video for 1 million people if you can make 1 million streams? One for each individual person. Now in 2026, streams are shared. But by the end of the year, they will be semi-personalized. And then, soon, very soon, fully individualized. It's going to be one stream, one person. No audience, no witnesses, zero truth verification. Your stream doesn't have to be true. It only needs to keep you watching. And AI knows exactly how. What makes you angry, what you linger on, what raises your pulse, what makes your pupils dilate, will make them wider. And most importantly, what keeps you from leaving. Each one of us will live inside this personalized narrative, optimized for engagement. Each individual stream will be like a tunnel. A tunnel that does not intersect with other people's tunnels, other people's realities. And once that happens, verification becomes impossible. Impossible to know what is true and what is not.
Anomaly detected.
This isn't science fiction. The fully automated shared streams, they're already here. In just a matter of time before they become personalized, a matter of months, not years. And once that happens, everyone has their own reality. Everyone has their personal truth. There is an interesting analogy in physics. It's time. We somehow all tend to think that time is shared, that we all experience it equally. But we're not. Einstein showed us that time is not shared. Each one of us has their own time. Every object in the universe has its own time. I know, it sounds crazy, so counterintuitive, so different from what our everyday experience tells us, right? Yet, it is true. Time is individual. You may remember the movie Interstellar, where each character lived in their own time. The movie is science fiction, but the concept is real. That's how the universe works. Each person has their individual time. And now, just like with time, each person is about to get their individual truths. One world, but billions of timelines, billions of realities. Remember at the airport, I needed a ticket to prove the truth. But now, there's going to be no ticket. Truth is becoming one of the most scarce and expensive commodities. So, what do we do about it? How do we even prepare for it? Well, I constantly think about it. Frankly, I think we are running out of time because this reality, this streaming reality, is about to arrive. Pretty much it's going to start right now. Although the obvious answer would be to try to stay away from these AI streams altogether. But this is not going to work because that's how the future looks like. The streams, they will be too valuable, too important. Staying away from them would mean basically missing out professionally, economically, socially. So this is not an option. Because this is how the future looks like. So what do we do then? If you are entrepreneurial, one of the things you can do is to launch a startup that will verify truth. Again, truth is going to be one of the most scarce and valuable commodities. So building a startup that verifies truth makes sense. You just need to find the right niche, the right type of truth. But there is one thing that each one of us can and I think should do now. Take all photos, all videos that are important to you, and record them, print them, and then record them on non-rewritable media, for example, CDs. And that's how 10 years from now, you will have something that you know is real. And finally, the last recommendation, probably the most important one, and that is, do not forget to subscribe to my newsletter, thescripted.com. See you on the other side. Oh, hold on a sec. Here you may ask, hey, but how's that situation at the airport ended? Well, it turned out that I was right. Delta canceled the flight, and they just tried to persuade me and everybody else that the flight was the next day. I still have no idea why they tried to do it, but that gave me a very valuable experience just because that was the first time I firsthand experienced what the gaslighting is, and that's fascinating. And that was also the last time I flew Delta Airlines. And before we say goodbye to each other, I have one video for you right here. I published it about 2 years ago, and it was about, guess, streaming. How streaming is replacing coders, how basically streaming is becoming a new programming language. This video has become the most popular video on this channel, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I'm still very much proud of it, so have fun.